There are lots of different types of exploitation films. Some deliver plenty of violence, others try to ride the wave of some popular film like Easy Rider, and quite a few of them try to appeal to the youth market by offering hip music, fashion, and drug use. Our favorites, of course, deliver lots of nudity, and then you have films like this. It does all of those things. Welcome to Exploitation Reviews, and me, Rob, and today I'm taking a look at Me, a Groupie from 1970. This film comes to us from famed Swiss exploitation filmmaker Erwin Dietrich, and it is an early appearance of German exploitation goddess Ingrid Steeger. In fact, I believe it's her first starring role. Steeger has been on the channel before, most recently in Schoolgirl Report number 4, but this is the first Dietrich film I've talked about. Legendary director Jack Hill is also listed as a co-director. Accounts differ as to how much work he did on the film, and this doesn't really feel like a Jack Hill movie, so I'm inclined to think he didn't do a whole lot. It's an Erwin Dietrich film. Let's see what he did. We open on a river running through a city. Sharp-eyed viewers and geo-trackers will instantly recognize this place, the lovely Liverpool, England. And there she is, Ingrid Steeger. She sees a band playing in the park and gets really into it. And them, particular this hottie. Being in a band does have power over the ladies. Trust me. Oh yeah, had them lined up around the block. Anyway, the band invites our gal to a party and introduce her to drugs. And then the partygoers pair off and get up to activities you can't see here on YouTube.
Man, I just work here.
But of course, we don't have to stay here. Support the channel on Patreon and get access to uncensored, spicy versions of my reviews. Link is in the description. After their session, our gal says that she loves the boy. He is surprised by this.
Bitch, are you for real?
Okay, maybe not that surprised. Regardless, he does agree that she can tag along with them on their European tour. But the next morning, the band is gone and the girls have all been left behind. Two of the girls, including our gal Ingrid Steeger, strike out on their own with a plan to catch up to the band in Berlin. They don't have enough money to make it all the way to Berlin yet, so the plan is to buy hash in Amsterdam and then sell it for profit in Zurich. As far as accommodations go along the way, the plan is to get friendly with local bands and crash with them. Groupie life. And at their first stop, Amsterdam, the plan works. So, hash in hand, or in their underwear, as the case may be, it's off to Zurich. Now, you geography types might think that going from Amsterdam all the way down to Zurich and then back up to Berlin doesn't make any sense. But it actually does, because the prices are so outrageous in Switzerland, you could easily fund a trip around Europe by selling some stuff there. I once made the mistake of going to Switzerland, and after buying lunch for me and my kids, my bank called me to make sure I hadn't been robbed. Anyway, our girls sell their stuff and go to a concert. The next morning, everyone is naked in a forest, and I have no idea how that happened, and I really don't care. After a food fight, well, more like a drink fight, our gal runs through the forest until she finds a nice lake to wash off in. This draws the attention of the Hells Angels of Switzerland, and so some kidnapping is in order. Oh, apparently these were actual Hells Angels members, and they caused some trouble for the producer later on. Apparently, a girlfriend of one of them is nude somewhere in this movie, and she didn't like how she looked on screen. The Angels demanded the scene be removed, and when it wasn't, they caused some trouble at the theaters that played the movie. Eventually, they were paid off and went away. Here, back in the movie, the Angels strand the girls, who then hitchhike all the way to Munich, and hook up with yet another rock band. And then our gal ends up on acid at a satanic ritual.
What?
Yeah. That's something that happens in this movie. And it's not even the craziest thing that happens in this movie. So, will our gal finally find her way to her boyfriend? Well, that's enough out of me as far as plot goes. Let's talk some highlights. Ingrid Steeger. Now, I'm not the most erudite man, so finding the words to describe her is difficult. So, in the spirit of this rock movie, let's hear from a rock star far smarter than me, Frank Zappa.
Great googly moogly.
Yeah, that about sums it up. She is so beautiful and completely nude so often in this thing that one can't help but think about her great googly mooglies. Personally, I'd put her alongside Christina Lindbergh and Edwige Fenech on the Mount Rushmore of European exploitation stars. And it suddenly occurs to me that Mount Rushmore is a fitting name. Although, I might want to take more time.
I suppose you think I'm some kind of degenerate.
Beyond Ingrid, some people might like the music here. It is a nice time capsule of that early 70s psychedelic rock. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of that kind of music, but that's just me. The music here is good, it's just not to my tastes. Although there is at one point some rhythm and blues music, and that is to my taste. Although I'm not sure why the band is called Toiletten. Oh, right, it's a sign. Finally, I appreciate that this film is an actual film. Way too many European sexploitation films are more clip shows than movies. There are tons of those report movies, Schoolgirl Report, Housewives Report, Nurses Report, dozens, scores of these things. And they're all just pretty much sketches and scenes stuck together, sometimes with a rapper and a pseudo-documentary. But none of them, to my knowledge anyway, I haven't seen all of them, are actual films. They've got plenty of plots, but no real plot.
I personally appreciate an attempt at telling a story.
But all that being said, this movie is not perfect. Like a groupie in love, ew, this film has some shortcomings. Well, you know how 20 seconds ago I praised the fact this film has a story? Well, even though there is a story, it's a road movie, and those are just one step above a clip show as far as storytelling goes. So narratively, it's pretty weak. Like many road movies, things get more harrowing and more dangerous and more extreme as it goes, harder drugs, bigger problems, etc., but it's still a road movie. It's just one event after another. That barely counts as having a story at all. One thing that does take me out of this movie a bit is the juxtaposition of the ladies and their boy toys. The women are as gorgeous as the boys are not. Some of this is no doubt due to the unfortunate 70s hairstyle and fashion, but not all of it. I don't know, maybe it's just me?
Maybe.
But then again, maybe not. Maybe you like pasty boys with bangs and mustaches. You do you.